Welcome back guys to my channel. Today I want to take you through how to marinate your beef and just to teach you different ways on how you can prepare your beef. Okay, so if you are old to this channel, you know how we've been doing it before. If you are a subscriber, back in Index Collection. If you're yet to subscribe in Index Collection, kindly go follow us there. You'll also learn of our previous recipes before I opened this other channel, cooking channel. So Dykes_collection, you'll find us there. So today I have the beef already. I want us just to go straight into it. So let me turn the camera. I show you what we have as our ingredients. So let me put lighting. We will be using the BBQ seasoning sauce. We have paprika, we have cayenne pepper. If you have black pepper, that can also do. We have beef masala, soy sauce. Guys, I was in a hurry. I bought the light sauce thinking it was the dark sauce. I only noticed after coming home with it. So we will use these ones for flavor, both the juice and the zest. That's lemon. We have garlic cloves and the spices, the Royco cubes, 2 of them. We will be preparing beef 1 kg. So first things first, we will wash the beef. I'll just put it in the glass jar to give me an easy time to wash and to marinate it. I'll wash it in there and marinate it. So I'll cut it after everyone prepare it. So yeah, let me set us up somewhere, then we begin the process. So we will begin by washing the beef. But I think as much as I'm avoiding the process of cutting it, I will have to cut it so that the spices can get into the beef vizuri, especially this thick part. I love to cut it. It's very thick and it's going to be an oily beef. One thing I've forgotten to add is the list of the ingredients we're going to use that is very crucial is oil. You can use the cooking oil, the vegetable cooking oil, that is the family of, or the fresh fry. Personally, we do use the fresh fry, or alternatively you can use sunflower oil is the best, because it doesn't leave clots when you marinate it and put it to sit even in the fridge for an hour to 2. It won't clot, but for the vegetable oil it will clot. The good thing about the vegetable oil is that it doesn't have scent. So if you are to go with it, that means the meat or whatever you're marinating will absorb very well the flavors that we've used, the natural flavors plus the spices that we've used. Okay, we are done washing it. Maybe I cut it kidogo and then we see how that goes. I'm trying to cut the parts that are too large, or the chunks that are too big. I think at this point I should use a board to avoid kitchen accidents. I'm really contemplating if I should use oil even in the process of marinating it. It has a lot of fats. All of this is just fats. Hey, it's going to have, but it's going to be nice. Let me not complain much before it's done. Also, I don't know, I need the beef broth, so I'm thinking I boil it kidogo with maybe 2 cups or 3, so that I can get the broth for when I'll be making the stew. and then I marinate the remaining. I marinate it after that point and put it in the oven. Yeah, it's gonna be the first time I'm trying it that way. Let me use just a board. This that I'm doing is not making sense, and I'll end up wasting my time. Let me just quickly cut these. Hey, I don't usually eat these things. I'm very picky when it comes to beef. I only eat the pure steak without the fat part, so I love to see how I'll make few pieces for myself in there, because otherwise I will serve for an hour looking for those that don't have the fats on them. These are just fats, guys. It has a lot of fats. Yo. Hey. Next time I'll insist they cut it themselves. Hey. Let me look for a sharper knife. Then I quickly cut it so that we can continue. So next I've decided I want to boil them. Can I say hi to my family, my YouTube family? Tell them hi, one child. Hi. So I've decided I want to boil it first to get the broth. So I'll just boil it for 20 to 30 minutes. And then I get the broth, then we marinate it. So being an African, you approximate the water na macho. So that should be enough, because I don't see us taking a lot of stew. So that should be enough. Just put it to boil, and then we get going. I'll not add salt at this point. I'll just let it boil without salt, and then we'll put a little salt in the mixture that we're going to use when we're marinating. Hey fam. So I think in the meantime, as we wait for the meat to boil so that we can get the broth, I can take you through the process of the ingredients that are going. We can start preparing the things that we're going to use for the marination, so that we save on time. Yeah, so let's get on to that. So we will start by mixing the dry ingredients together. So this is beef masala. I've used 1 teaspoon of it, and then next we'll use paprika. Also 1 tablespoon. And then we will use cayenne pepper. This one you don't put much, especially if you have kids in the house, because it's pepper, it's pili pili. So I'll just use a little. Like this should just be enough. And then as for the BBQ seasoning, this one I'll sprinkle it after the beef has been in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then I'll put it on it. So at this point I'll not add it. We'll use the tray. So I will give it a nice mix. The reason why I prefer to mix it together outside of the food is that if you put it directly on the food, it will not mix well. So it is nice or better you mix it like this. The same way when you're making your dough, you mix your salt, your flour and everything together. Sorry for that. So after it has mixed well, this is how it looks. Let me bring it closer so you can see. You can't tell which spice is which in it. So we will add the wet ingredients. We have the lemon. I'll just squeeze both of them in, and then the zest I will also add it later after we've marinated it. We've put all the ingredients on the meat or the beef. So we can start by adding this one. By this I mean the soy sauce. So you bring it in. Remember, we don't have much meat, we're just working with 1 kg. So the goal is to make something, to make a paste. So that is how it looks like. And I can be extra, so I know I've listed a lot of ingredients here, but don't be surprised if you see me adding other ingredients in. So that is enough. It shouldn't be a lot, because remember we still also have honey that we're going to put on it to add in the mixture. If you don't have honey, you always use the brown sugar, but since myself we have the honey, I'll just add two spoons of it. I'll use a different spoon now. Since I'm going with the tablespoon, I'll just use 1.5. Even though 1 looks enough, so I don't want it to be too sugary, or for it to be the dominant one. So for first time we will go with 1 tablespoon. That should be enough. I want it to be savory, the kind of beef you eat until you can't take it anymore. My battery is too low, so our broth is ready at this point. So next I'll just put it in a separate sufuria, and then we get to the next step. Finally, I want to squeeze in the lemons. Wow, new clans. New clans. So I don't know if you can see it, but this is how it looks like. So we're yet to add cooking oil, which in our case we're going to use a vegetable oil, and our gloves, which has to be grated or crushed. So mark you, have not added salt in this. We're done with these ones. We'll use the zest when the time comes. So next I'll just add our beef in here. Let me store this ones well. I'll add the beef and then we marinate, put it in the fridge for an hour, and then we put it to the oven. Broth ready. And our beef. So I just want it to cool a little and I add it to, actually it doesn't even need to cool because this glass is strong enough to withstand the heat in it. So let us get into it. So I've added oil already. I've not added much, just a little, because the beef has a lot of fats, as you can see, these ones. So this is how it looks. I feel it's too little, so I want to add a bottle top or half of vinegar. Vinegar also helps it to be tender. So this is how it looks. So at this point I am free to add it in here. Then you mix it. So I'll just wrap it, put it in the fridge for an hour to 2. And then we start roasting it or putting it in the oven to cook. So letting it sit for that hour is to allow it to absorb all the spices that are in here. So after wrapping it well, we will put it in the fridge. I don't know if you can see at the bottom, there's still spices sitting down there. But worry not, worry not. Let us put it in the fridge for... The next thing we're gonna do is to wrap the tray with an aluminum foil, rather to line the tray, not to wrap. So after this one has been ready, we want to add it onto the tray as I preheat the oven. So I'll just add this one here. One kg of meat ain't much, so that is how it looks. You can see how rich it is with the spices. So next we put it to the oven. So I've set the temperature to here about, I think this is around 200, and I've set it to 90 minutes. So we let it cook as we keep checking it. It's at 30-something%. 30-something all this while. Let me turn it slow. Okotuch. Go wako wapi? Where are they? And our beef is ready.